take
that
the edge
feeling.
off.
It was very scary. I really felt like I was going to die.
Yeah.
And, my mom came over, my husband was trying to calm me down. They ended up calling 911.
Welcome to Becoming Epic, the podcast for the ones who are counted out, the ones who've been knocked down more times than they can count, but still get back up one more time. This isn't for the perfect. This is for the underdogs, the misfits with big hearts, the ones chasing purpose, not permission. Here, we don't just talk about success. We talk about grit, discipline, heart. We talk about the courage it takes to rebuild yourself when no one is clapping. Because becoming epic, it's not a destination. It's a decision made daily. So if you're tired of the average, the excuses, the same old story, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Adam Berezowsky, and this is Becoming Epic. Let's wake the warrior in you, and let's fucking go. Welcome back to Becoming Epic podcast. My name is Adam Berezowsky, and just another glorious week and another glorious guest. So I love this woman. 14, I know we were just talking, 11 years, 14 years,
30. I'm just kidding.
30 years.
11, almost 12.
It's like 11 going on 30. It's like when you have a 6-year-old who acts like they're 30. It's like 6 going on 16.
You mean you?
Yeah. No, I'm 17 going on 40. Yes. Let's be real.
All right.
Yeah, men don't mature that well. So, hey.
Hello.
This is Jodi Luker. She's been in my life for now 11 years, an amazing Epic member. So every week, all y'all know is I like to highlight these amazing stories of people who have not only, oh my God, made Epic a part of their life, but now literally live what Epic means. So having courage, doing hard things, overcoming tough shit. And this woman has been through it all. So I'm just going to let her introduce herself. Quick little intro. How long, why you got started in fitness, and then we'll dive into your story of epicness. Okay. How many times can I say epic in the first 5 minutes of my show?
I don't know. Let's count.
All right, let's go. Let's be epic.
No, I've been coming to Epic for 11 and a half years. And it's funny. I actually got started here because you were not in your current facility. You were at Cheerforce, and you had I think it was like a Groupon or something.
Was it the $29 special?
Yeah.
God.
That was ages ago.
Shout out to Groupon. Helped me grow my business. Yeah. But man, those deals were crazy. Yeah. $29 for your first month.
Yeah. And I got started. I was tired of being tired. And so, yeah, I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And that's how I
found this goofball.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of your past. Has fitness ever been like a part of your?
Never.
Okay, so what was youth Jodi like?
Youth Jodi, I did dance a little bit when I was like little, but I never played sports. I'm like super clumsy, very uncoordinated.
Truth. Still to this day.
And still to this day. I mean, like in class in here, I'm like, wait, what? Which arm? Which leg? Like, yeah. So yeah, just never been very sports enthusiastic, just was not my thing. So
all right. So then since being here, not only have we done some pretty cool shit.
Yes.
There is also people know the pattern of convincing people to do things that they never thought were possible, or in reality, maybe didn't want to do in the first place.
No.
But ended up wanting to do it anyway. So you started in 2014, 2013, 2014?
Like the very beginning of 2014.
Yeah. And then, so like, what was your first reason was you were tired of feeling tired?
Mm-hmm. And I was overweight, just struggled with, kids and never having time for myself. So I don't know. I was like, well, great, I'll...
Like $29? Can't take...
Yeah, I was like, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Totally scared. I remember pulling up like the first day and I was like, I sat in my car and I wanted to throw up and I was like...
That was before coming into the building.
Yeah. I was like...
Not even after the workout.
Not even working. Yeah. I was so scared. I hated getting out of my comfort zone, meeting new people. And yeah, it was really scary. And I was like, all right. I kept talking to myself like, I can do this. So I'm inside. And then Rest is history.
Rest is history. Yep. Show's
Still
over.
coming.
Yeah. Rest is over. Good time. See you next week. No, I'm just kidding.
Just shows you how amazing Adam is, because
no, it's
still
how
coming to this day.
Okay, but it's not just about
I know.
me.
It's just it's everything. It's like it's the community. It's, the people. I've made like some of the most amazing friendsps here. Yeah. For one, you're like the little brother that
you never really wanted.
I mean, I'm an only child. Yeah.
Well, so you're welcome. I know it's what I love about it the most. I think in the community aspect, I would like, we all have like these good friends until you choose a different path in life that like doesn't suit those friends anymore. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you join a place like this where you're like, you change your life, you're going into fitness and whatever, and adding this into your part of your life. And then the people that you suffer with and kind of, I guess, hang out with daily, because you come every day. The friendships that are built here, I think I love watching it.
It's super awesome.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we have clients that don't come anymore that we're still all friends with to this day. Yeah. That it's just like, we go through stuff together. For whatever reason that they stopped coming, they moved away, but we still have like these last like lifelong friendships.
Just, you kind of just, you bond over this, through your fitness journey and their fitness journey. And, sometimes it leads somebody here and it leads somebody else somewhere else. So I'm still on my fitness journey.
Well, no.
I'm sorry. It's not what is it? What is that? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Or no, it's not a marathon. No. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon or something like that. Like, it's a continuous thing.
But a fitness journey does not end.
That's true. Okay.
Because fitness is a way of life.
Okay. So it's a lifestyle now.
Yeah. If you knew that your life was, if the doctor was like, if you do not take this pill today, you will die tomorrow, you're damn well going to be taking that pill.
Yeah, for sure. Because
your life's worth it.
Yes.
And so this is your pill.
Yeah.
I mean, this should be everybody's pill, but
I know.
Which is the point of this.
I will have to say though, when I don't want to come and I'm like in bed, literally, I mean, I come to the 9:30 a.m. class, and I'm laying in bed. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I've hit snooze like a zillion times, and I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
And then you're like leaving after the workout.
And then
I regret that so much.
Yeah, no, I actually have never said I regret coming, because then I'm like, if I don't come, I actually kick myself in the butt, because then I am moody all day long. My family doesn't even want to be around me. It really makes a difference. Yeah. Like one workout really does make that difference.
Yeah. So let's dive in a little bit, because I feel like there's a lot of people in the world that suffer from what you suffer from, and me included. And I feel like, we'll dive into like your story of anxiety, and how that has played a role in your journey. Because remember, your journey ends when you die, not when you accomplish your goal. And this is what I hate about the industry, because they're like, oh, I just lost my 20 pounds. I'm going to go back to eating like an asshole. And then I'm going to end up with 40 pounds more, and then I'm going to have to do it all over again. And it's just this repeated cycle. If you just would have committed in the first place and changed your life, that's just how it is. How has anxiety affected you? Like, I know you've seen doctors, you've been hospitalized. Like, let's kind of go down that journey and how fitness has helped.
I used to be very afraid to talk about it, no matter what. Yep. That's fine. I'm still struggling with that, but I'm definitely better about that. So yeah, I just.
So now let's hop on camera and talk about it.
I've struggled with anxiety for as long as I can remember, honestly. I mean, I want to say I didn't know probably what it was back then, like in high school and stuff. But I really felt it more in my 20s, especially right after having my first child. I don't know if that was just like hormones and whatever, but yeah, it's something that I still struggle with. Some days are good and some days are not so good, and yes, I am on medication for anxiety and depression, which is fine. It's helped me.
Yeah.
Coming to the gym definitely helps. Like I said, if I don't come, I feel that all the emotions and whatever. But, you know, I have also struggled with panic attacks so badly that, you know, there was actually, I mean, I've been to the emergency room for them and stuff, but there was one time where it was just like so bad. Not even my Xanax could like take that
the edge
feeling.
off.
It was very scary. I really felt like I was going to die.
Yeah.
And, you know, my mom came over, my husband was trying to calm me down. They ended up calling 911. Yeah, so I got taken away in the ambulance, and it was pretty eye-opening. I had been on medication, and then I went off medication because I felt like I was doing fine, and then that happened. I wasn't on medication. I did have, you know, Xanax as a backup, but like I said, that didn't help. And so that was very eye-opening. I went, you know, back to the doctor and started doing some therapy, which did help. And yeah, so I don't know.
Well, let's dive
Yeah.
deeper. I mean, like, I feel like, you know, taking something to help you live a normal life is normal, right? There's certain things we can and cannot control. I've had severe panic attacks, and you were there to help me through them, actually. They are the scariest thing on earth. You literally feel like you're going to die.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can be said or done in the moment of. And I mean, it's interesting when there's so many people that I feel like suffer through it and then don't do anything about it, and they just like suffer in silence. And that's why I think like anxiety is such a untalked about thing. And like, I don't even want to say the mental health space, but it's just in the life space, because anxiety is a natural thing, right? It's like, I think it was built for like you to have a reaction when a lion is chasing you, you know, so it gives you that oomph of energy to run away from death, right? Because it basically gives you that feeling. So like it was a mechanism that's obviously in our bodies. It's just a matter of how we manage it and what we do to, you know, either let it run our lives, you know, or not. Because most people, when they get into a car accident, that shaking, that scariness, like that's anxiety, you know, because it's the fear of who knows what's going to happen. And so, like, when was this? When did you?
That was actually, I think it was around 8 years ago. That's when that happened.
Okay, so 2018.
Yeah, it sounds, I don't know, math.
Yeah, no, I know. But trust me, every episode I'm like, I don't know what number it is.
But I did tell myself after that happened that it's more of a, okay, like I'm not going to be ashamed of this. I'm going to share, you know, I'll share with whoever wants to know. Like if you want to talk about it, like with me, if you're having anxiety, like, yeah, share your, you know, your feelings and your whatever story with me, or it's more of a like, okay, basically it's a be strong and inspire. That was after that was my thing. So I actually went and got this tattoo like probably 4 weeks after that happened, and it says be strong and inspire. And then my eye in inspire, the second eye in inspire is the semicolon.
Your journey,
story's not over yet. So yeah, it's just a reminder, just, you know, just keep going and don't give up.
I mean, there's so many, especially like as a parent, right? You want to hold strong. You want to be like this, you know, leader in your family, no matter what you do. You know, and to know that like we're all human, right? But taking the necessary steps of your life, because we've kind of gone through a ton in your journey, right? Not just, you know, me convincing you to do hard things. Spartan racing podcast.
Yeah. Just kidding.
You know, but I do feel like talking about this topic, honestly, it helped me through a lot of like just being open about it, because anxiety is kind of like, most people hide. Did I ever tell you about the book Dare? DARE. It's actually an acronym for like a tool for anxiety. Diffuse.
Yeah, actually,
accept,
I do remember that.
Run towards and engage. It's like this whole thing, which is like really what helped me like kind of be in tune with my anxiety. Like it tells you to like give like your anxiety like a fluffy, funny little name. Like don't be scared of it. Like it's like the annoying neighbor that comes knocking at the door like for every reason, like turn your sprinklers off, stop parking in front of my house. And it's just like that dude that just keeps coming. And that book was really, for me, was like eye-opening to know that like people literally like hide in a bedroom with their heads closed, you know, feeling like that. And you can't even explain what a panic attack feels like. There's no like saying, oh, if you did this, this is what it feels like.
And it's funny though, because a lot of the things that I've also read about, like, you know, like trying to, like, even with therapy, like trying to control it and, you know, do your breathing. And it's like, well, when you're in that state of mind, I know it sounds, everything's supposed to be logical, but it's not. Like it's like somebody has taken over your body.
Yeah.
Is the best way I can explain it, because it's almost like you're not in your body and you can't control as much as you want to control your feelings and the way that you're shaking and pacing back and forth. And I mean, I even have thrown up many times, you know, during a panic attack, and that you can't control it. And some people are like, well, you know, do this, do that. And it's like,
or
yes,
just don't throw up.
Yeah, you can say that all you want, but when you're in that state of mind, you can't, there's nothing that you can do.
Yeah. The way that I've been able to like kind of put a visual behind it, it's kind of like running through a train tunnel with the train on your heels and you can't see the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you're sprinting, your heart rate's through the roof, you're sweating, you're pacing, I mean, I remember when it happened to me, I went to like my doctor's office, and I was like running up and down the hallway screaming, I'm having a heart attack in the hallways. And people were looking at me like crazy. They actually had to pull me off the floor and not tie me down, but put me into like a hospital bed that they had. They had like a little triage center, like a little triage, like 3 beds or whatever. And because like I was freaking everybody out.
Yeah.
Because like I was screaming, I'm having a heart attack, and I wasn't.
Right. It feels like it.
100%. Yeah. It is really the most crippling thing I've ever experienced in my life.
I mean, I don't know what a heart attack feels like, but I'm just saying like that's.
Yeah. And that's, you know, where, you know, I think getting into a journey, right, like can be an asset to this. Because at one point I couldn't even work out. Like the rate, like when my heart rate would go up, and like, you know, I track everything on my watch. When I would see my heart rate go up, even though I'm not feeling it, that would trip a panic attack. And like, it was 3 months of just hell. And I know and like, you know, so like exercising, lifting, running, everything that I love to do, I couldn't even do because the fear of a panic attack, because it was so freaking scary. Yeah. So now let's go through like your journey, because like we have now faced a ton of fears, right, through all this, knowing that you have anxiety, knowing that you get crippled during it.
But I am definitely better with my anxiety because I work out.
Totally.
I will totally tell you that.
But like I feel like a lot of like self-doubt comes from like triggers anxiety, right? Thinking like, oh, this is going to be really hard, the fear,
for
right?
Sure.
You know, I had, you know, when somebody like faces me with a challenge, like begging someone to do a podcast, and they just will not stop relentlessly until they sit down in the chair next to me. No, I'm just kidding.
Annoying
little
brother.
Annoying little brother that you never asked for, but got anyway.
Please do my podcast.
But like, you know, you've now run races. Maybe not now. You have run races. You've done Spartan. You've done things that were really challenging. How do you relate doing those things and overcoming them to then being on your journey and having anxiety?
The feeling of accomplishing and finishing a race or a Spartan was something I never in a million years thought I would have done. In my head before that, I didn't even like have a thought to do it. But, you know, you have a very great way of convincing people to do things. You know, it's something that you believe in other people before they believe in themselves. And that's actually something that's pretty awesome. But yeah, I did not want to do Spartan. Actually, there was like a group of my very first Spartan. There was supposed to be a big group of people who were gonna do it, and then I don't know, like all of a sudden this person dropped out, and then it just ended up being me and a friend of mine, Chris.
Yeah.
You remember Chris? Oh my gosh, could have never finished that, but you happened to surprise me. And you remember I wanted to quit like halfway through. It was like, this is BS. Like, I can't do this. And, I also had other stuff going on, with my daughter at that time. She also struggles with anxiety. So it was, it was just a lot going on. And I wanted to give up. And you were like, creeping behind me, and you're like, there's a picture.
All I can see is that picture of you holding the bucket and me in the background blurred out like
total creeper. But he's like behind me, like, you could do it. Don't give up.
I would say coaching, not creeping.
Okay,
but
coaching, yes. But I'm actually so glad that I didn't give up, because that feeling of accomplishment, yes, it was hard. Did I train for it? Not quite. And I'm sure I probably would have been a little bit faster had I trained for it. But I wasn't in the best shape. But I finished it, and the feeling was amazing. I can't even describe it.
But that's what I'm like when I try to preface people to do hard things, right? Like, anxiety's hard, right? But you don't have a choice when it happens, when it does it, right? But you do have a choice to choose to do something hard, so that way when things do end up happening to you that are hard, it's more manageable knowing that you can overcome anything.
Yes.
Which is why I asked that question, is because when most people run from doing hard things, it's
right.
Most people don't even go to the grocery store anymore. Like, there's an app for it. Like, you don't even have to do literally anything to live like a normal life. You work from home, you can, order everything on an app. Like, it's so crazy that they're making it so easy for people to not do stuff, right? But it's like, there's things there, and that's a challenge too, right? Because then they become out of shape, they become miserable, they're depressed. Like, I don't know. I read the study. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are, but the rate of people on antidepressants, the rate of people that are on anti-anxiety medicines, and a lot of that stuff is because of lack of movement, right? There are people that suffer from a disorder, right? And I would say you are on the borderline of that, right? Because you need something to take the edge off to manage it. But then you're also working towards something daily, right? Because you come here every single day. Like, I know that like every day that there's going to be one person that shows up, it's going to be you, right?
And if I don't come, I get a text message.
Yeah, and if you don't come, yes.
Where are you?
Yeah. You better be on your way, or you're probably I'm on my way. That's okay. That's just what we do. And so, because you do have two kids that one suffers, right? And in my head, the ability to be a parent is to not just hold their hand while they're going through it, but then to show them.
That's been very difficult to do.
Yeah, it is. Well, but you're doing it.
Yeah, no.
Right? Because you go to the gym every day, like, you do what you need to do, right? And it's like, at some point, you just have to trust your parenting. I guess that's a better word. I don't even know why I just said that. But like, because you're just doing what you feel is right for you, right? And then eventually they're going to do and figure out what they need to do for their life, right? And so that's, like, in my opinion, the perfect example, because yes, you might not be able to help them, but you're proving to them that they can help themselves because you're doing it.
Yes.
Right. And so, like, I think that's the best asset that you can do. It may or may not work, right? But they're also both adults at this point, to where they can make their own decisions and do that and take the steps to find what's going to be right for them. Yeah. Right. Exercise should fix it all. Sometimes it doesn't, but I think having this as like an asset, because I mean, I feel like fitness has saved my life and among other people's, right? Because even with like your husband, like, his journey's been crazy.
Really has.
But like, for as great as his journey has been, like, what was he at his biggest?
We lost 150 pounds. I want to say it was like 3 25 or something.
But he was pretty big
Yeah.
most of your marriage.
For them, yeah.
Right?
I mean, not, you know, like he was definitely overweight.
Yeah.
But you know, there was just a point of time where he got to his biggest, and then he started having some chest pains. It's also, part of it was hereditary. He just kind of pushed it along a little bit
bit
faster.
sooner.
Yeah. But yeah, he went through, I mean, he basically did have a heart attack. And, it was like caught it right in time. And he went in for surgery, ended up having a quadruple bypass.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
Like that's like Widowmaker huge.
The doctor actually thought it was just going to be one. But no, we came out like, oh yeah, your husband's doing good. I think it took probably like 7 hours. Yeah, it was a very long surgery, very long day. And it happened to be the day before my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. But no, it was definitely eye-opening. And now he's on an amazing fitness journey. I mean lifestyle. We're on a better lifestyle together, which is like, I don't know, I can't even describe like how amazing it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think that this is like,
about that.
yeah, but I think that this is the perfect example of like, so I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen it here, you've been here a long time, that when one person changes, the other one doesn't, right? It creates like this divide, right? And I like people that come and they're like, oh, I want my husband to come. I want my husband to do, or wife do this with me, whatever. But then it's like, you kind of both have to find what works for you, right?
For sure.
Yeah, he's lost 150 pounds. It's been crazy. His journey is like pretty gnarly, but like with the military background, right? Like he's got a military background, like he's had to find what works for him to be able for you guys. So I always say like, you do you, he does him, and then y'all do each other, right? In the sense of like creating like a healthy lifestyle to make it work. And like, he's found a new love of life. He's golfing, he's doing all this stuff, but it's like, I see like now you guys are growing together in this like amazing relationship.
Yeah.
Right. Versus like you trying to change him not willing to change, and you're kind of bearing the weight because he's not on board yet. Right. Of like, you show up to the gym every day, but
he's always been supportive of that.
No, I know
thankfully.
that for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also hard when like, when you want to go out to eat, or when he wants to go out to eat and you don't, and like, you want to maybe.
Which is funny because now it's kind of the other way around.
Totally.
It's like, I want to go out to eat, and he's like, no, let's eat at home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
totally.
okay, fine.
But you've also like bared the weight literally of his lifestyle up until the point where it was like, hey, like obviously if you don't change, something's going to happen. Something did happen. He survived it. And then now you guys are building like this life together. I mean, it's amazing. You guys play golf. You guys are doing like this.
Go off-roading and camping and.
And it's like, and this is the point I try to get across to a lot of people, because again, we have 1,000 problems until your health becomes the only problem. And, some people don't make it to that point because their health became such a problem that they don't make it. And like, that's what I want to preface to a lot of people, because it's like, our time is so limited. I mean, I'm going to say like quotes all the time on, I think every episode, because we weren't born for a really long time. And then when we die, we're die for a really long time. But that little section of life that we have, like, why are we willing to risk shortening it or not living it the way that we were supposed to, which is epic, right? And I feel like that's what you guys are creating now, right? Because again, I know he's always like, oh, wake up at 3:30 in the morning and I meditate and do all these things. Like
he does,
yeah, which is great. It's good, but like honestly, looking up and seeing, God saying, hey, you got to change or we're meeting.
Yeah,
and which is basically what happened. Which is such a fear to a lot of people, but then it's like it's not scary enough for them to change, and in my head, like, especially with anxiety, especially with depression, it is like crippling to most people. And it's only getting worse because, well, again, a lot of people work from home, they don't get out of the house. They don't have big social circles, or if they do, they're unhealthy habits, cause it's like, you want to come hang out with me. Let's go for a hike or run a bike ride. You want to go out to dinner, like it's probably not going to happen. Everybody's like, oh, let's go get a drink. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah. Not about that. Um, okay. So that's all done. So what other aspects does anxiety affect your life? And then how have you overcome that?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Like every day is just, I mean, like yesterday I don't even know. I don't know if it was my anxiety. I'm not sure. But I mean, I came to work out, everything was okay. But then I had that like kind of little feeling. I don't know. Maybe it was just I needed to be alone or something. But yeah, I worked out, I felt great. And then just little things were just like at me. And, so I did, I took a step back. I did cry. I had a really good cry. Maybe that's what I needed. I don't know. And I did, I meditated. I haven't done that in a while. And that actually does help me when I start to feel that little, that little thing in your stomach. It was, I guess you could call that anxiety.
Yeah.
And
knowing that the neighbor's knocking on the door.
Yeah, exactly. So it, and then I felt better after that.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to still do little things here that will get me through it. I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear.
No, I think it's the little things that go a long way, right? Because it's like every day you deal with it, right? And then it's like, what are the necessary like things that that you can do to overcome it? So now out of 11 years, is that what we came to the number as? So discipline is something I talk about a lot. And
still struggle with.
So you might in some areas, but I believe that you do very well in the one area that you do control, which is working out. So from not working out at all to then buying that Groupon to now, like, how do you think that you have developed the discipline just to show up every day, no matter what?
Consistency, I know, really helps stay on that track. Because like I said, if I don't show up, I'm in an awful mood. And obviously there are other reasons that, like I have a back issue. I can't.
Slip disc.
Yeah. So, I even had surgery for it, and then I was fine. And then exactly a year later, I messed up that same spot. So, I still come. I may modify some exercises.
You're not doing no 24-inch box jumps?
No. But everybody's great. And honestly, a lot of the people here help me be consistent.
Yeah.
We hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
And I mean, not just you, but my husband jokes with me and says he pays for me to come talk.
Well, I'm about to raise his rate because, man, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No. But no, it's just, it's great. Like, yes, I'll work out with my gym friends or whatever. But we're still working out. And so, yeah, I think it's accountability and consistency has definitely helped.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to grasp, like every interview that we do have, I hate calling it interview, every conversation that I have with people, like I'm trying to figure out the things that have worked for them to become disciplined. Because yes, discipline can go 1,000 different ways. Like if you're 100% disciplined in life, like it's just not possible. Because there's days that you're going to celebrate things, or a day you're going to travel. There's days that's going to happen, right? So discipline is not 100% every day, right? But like I'm trying to figure out the key aspects of each person, You're fortunate enough where you don't have to work, right? But you run a household. You've got 2 kids, you 3 with your husband.
Well, I technically
or like
have
7 because you adopt everybody.
Kids. 2 are biologically mine. 3 are not.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like so like I'm sure that there's somebody else out there that has that same problem who feels like they don't have enough time, right? Or
there's always time.
There is always time. That excuse drives me nuts. I know. It is what it is. Or 4 exits is too far on a freeway to drive when there's a gym that's not as good right around the corner, thinking that they might do it, but then they don't because it's not fun.
That's funny because my husband does not come here. Yep. He goes to his own gym where he does his own thing. Yep. which is down the street from our house.
Yeah.
I drive almost 15 minutes from another city to come here because I love the group exercise. And the coaches are just awesome. And yeah, I would rather, I mean, it works for some people. It doesn't work for other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to find your thing. And
for sure. But that's why, like, even because again, like, this isn't about promoting my gym. This is trying to get people to be more aware of, like, oh, if this person can do it, so can I. Like, believing, like, you're helping me, helping them believe more in themselves that it is possible if they find the right place.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Because there's a bunch of sticklers on, like, on group fitness in the sense of, like, the statistics of numbers of strength gains and all this stuff when it comes down to, like, numbers and growth and, progressive overload and all this scientific stuff, when it's like, when 90% of the population doesn't give a shit about that. It's about figuring out that little piece, that 1% of discipline that you can find and create and build that into your life, and then pick the next thing. Boom, 1%.
Yeah, no, it's literally you just have to take like something so small every day, do something little, and then that will actually add up.
Yeah,
over time.
Yeah,
which is, I mean, I'll be totally honest. When I first started, I wasn't consistent. I was like, oh, I'll go one day, like, and every little day, just do something. And
now you average I would say 4 days a week, and then 5 most weeks.
5 for pretty much Monday through Friday.
And it's just something that you do. It's natural. You wake up, you do your morning routine, and it's part of your routine. And that's what I'm saying. People, when they start like something like this, they go at it like, oh, I need to fit this. I need to change my life to fit this in. No, you build this into your life, and whatever time that may be. Some people might have to come in the morning and at night. Some people might have to go to the gym at 5 a.m. Some people might have to go at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. We're not the gym for you because we're not open that late. I like my sleep. But, like, I think that's where people they're like, oh, well, it's just too much to handle. But then again, they have a kid who's run all over the city for sports, and their schedule is insane, but yet you can figure that out, but yet you can't figure out an hour for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
it doesn't even need to be an hour. It could be 30 minutes. It could be 20 minutes. It could be while your kid's at soccer practice, you're walking around,
exactly.
doing lunges,
doing something. Yes.
Maybe throwing on a weighted vest, because for some reason those are very popular again. Whatever it may be.
Actually, it's because I have been reading something about that. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, I know. It's like there's a really funny, like, whole song and dance meme I saw the other day, or video about the like I don't know. I'll have to find it and post it. I'm going to butcher it. But yeah, because again, like, it's about cultivating a life to where you can do it all. Right. And it's like, Jeff Bezos doesn't have any more time than I do. He's just smarter and faster and better. He doesn't have any more time than I do. Like, it's just development of small, like you said, small habits done over time creates this thing. So it's taken you now 11 years to be as consistent as you are, but now it's like clockwork.
Yeah,
it's just like brushing your teeth. When was the last time you didn't brush your teeth? My point exactly. Yeah, you haven't. Well, maybe, but maybe you don't remember. And that's what I'm trying to get across, because again, it's not about the perfect fitness. It's not about the perfect nutrition, right? It's like
I don't even have the perfect nutrition. I mean, if I had a personal chef, like, I would definitely be more fit, but
But would you be? I don't think you would be, because that's just comes easy, right? Nothing that is worth accomplishing ever comes easy.
Yeah.
Because if that personal chef was there, how easy it would be to make me chicken strips and French fries, right?
My signature dish.
I know. That's why I said that. It was mine too. Back in the day. That's all I ate.
Kid.
Yeah, and then I had my mom cut up the chicken for me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, things that are easy, like, you would still take the easy way, right? I mean, good food tastes good. I mean, bad food tastes good too.
Yeah.
Like, but in a sense, like, you're still going through your journey. You're going to find that when eventually what you're doing isn't serving you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I should do this. And I think that's huge, just because you're 11 years in your journey. I'm 20 years in my journey, and I'm still figuring it out, because, when I was single is different than when I was married. It's different than when I was married with a kid.
Yeah.
It's different as a divorced dad with a kid. And now it's different as a
now a man in another relationship with a kid. So it's like each phase is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And, and I mean, you're kind of in I guess, a good position because now you and your husband are on the same page.
Yes.
In fitness, in a I don't even want to say fitness, but just in a healthy lifestyle, to where now, again, like you're developing these habits. And I think that's the biggest key takeaway of this, because no matter what anxiety that you're dealing with, you've always pushed through on exercise. Yeah, obviously you weren't coming when you were in the hospital. Neither was I. But you made it back and you took things slowly and just pushed through, right? Because every setback has a much better comeback when you're willing to put in the effort to do it. And that's what you did. And you still have these little setbacks, but that's not what's.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody has setbacks.
Yeah.
Everybody fails.
Everybody fails.
And it's okay.
And that's why
Totally
I know the
okay.
person that's going to be watching this and saying failure is 100% because they're on my shirt, because it's true.
It is.
It
Totally
takes
okay.
courage. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. It takes failure. And failure is your best form of success.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Even if your failure is your health, but it is the greatest form of success, because then you could turn it around and do something about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm trying to think of any last question. Is there anything else that you feel that can possibly serve somebody that was like in your position 11 years ago that you wish somebody said to you that maybe you can say to the next person who might be listening to this that is waiting to hear like that right thing to make a change?
I mean, just don't give up. The number one key, don't give up. But I mean, yeah.
I'm just going to stare at you awkwardly.
I know, it's like
until you're like,
I mean, I also am diabetic.
Yeah.
Type 2 I have type 2 diabetes, which is also hereditary.
Yeah.
So no matter what, I still struggle with that. And yes, I was on a diabetic medication, and then that controlled my blood sugar, and then the GLP-1 came out, and I am on it. I have been for like a year, which is crazy because I see some people on it, and maybe they're not diabetic, they're just taking it for weight loss, and they're like super skinny. I'm definitely not that.
Yeah.
So it works differently for everybody. Mine, I guess, is just controlling my blood sugar.
Yeah. I'm going to try to find somebody, because like I understand them, but I want to know more on the scientific aspect of it, because it just flooded the market and now everybody has a GLP-1. Like there's people that are selling it third party that you don't necessarily have to go through a doctor to do. So I want to get more informed about it, because yes, there are a lot of people on it. Do I think it's the cure to obesity? No. Do I think it could be a great tool to get people more aware of their health and what needs to be done and the damage that is self-inflicted? Yes. But it could be used as a tool, just like fitness, just like nutrition, just like, sleep. People underestimate sleep and water and among other things. Because like you shouldn't be embarrassed to talk about it, for one. Again, everybody.
That was hard for me to say.
Yeah, no, I'm proud of you for saying that, because I think the stigma of, how come you haven't lost, 40, 100 pounds, being on it, like, it didn't work for you, right? But instead, like, you're actually using it as the medicine is what it was implied to be used for.
It controls my blood sugar.
Yeah, with the byproduct of, weight loss or whatever.
Yeah, I think my A1C was like at 8, and then I started it, and then now it's down to like 5.6.
Wow.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
And my mom was always on me for, you need to eat better, you need to exercise, and, she was always telling me that. She's like, I don't want you to be like me.
Yeah.
But
see, that's the perfect example of what I'm trying to say. It's because leadership goes so far. Because it's not a matter of what people say or do. It's not a matter about what people say. It has everything to do with what they do. Because kids are going to mimic what their parents do, not what their parents say for them to do.
Oh, true.
You
can tell your kid to do something all you want.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're going to do it.
No, exactly. But like, for example, I mean, we talk about it a lot. And again, I think I just repeat myself quite a bit, because it's like your kid could be in sports and, live like this life. And, and then all of a sudden they go to school, they go to college, and then they don't get drafted into pro sports because, we live in a very sports heavy town. Mm-hmm. And then they have kids, and then they go and start to do what you did for them, for their kids. And it's like, it drives me nuts, because I get a lot of like, well, you're selfish. You put yourself first before your daughter. I'm like, yeah, well, no, I do it because I want her to live this way.
Yeah. And plus too, it's like you have to be in a good position yourself in order to help your children.
Totally. I mean, you can use your money to pay to get the kids the best products, the best teachers, the best trainers to be successful. But if you're not showing them how to do it yourself, like, you are their ultimate leader as their parent. And so that's the perfect example, because your mom does not want you to be like her
in that aspect.
I
want to be just like her in every other aspect.
Of course. No, your mom's wonderful. I'm not.
I know. I'm
trying to like be safe, because hopefully your mom watches my podcast.
She did tell me. I did tell her that you conned me into doing this podcast. She was like, "Oh, I'm so excited."
Yeah, maybe we'll have.
I was like, "Oh, great," because then that means she's gonna like broadcast it to everybody and make all her friends watch it.
Yeah, and maybe this will be the one that goes viral and millions of people will watch. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I do appreciate this. I appreciate you getting uncomfortable.
Yes, this is very uncomfortable.
Because doing hard things is what I try to push people to do.
And you do.
And since you won't race anymore and do Spartan, I'm going to have you sit on the couch.
I will be the cheerleader. I am the cheerleader for all of my epic peeps.
Or we can do Mount Baldy hike in October, and it's a 14-mile round trip hike to 10,000 feet. It's awesome.
We'll have to talk about that more.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I hope that if you have not only dealing with anxiety, don't give up on seeking the help that you need, because the first answer isn't always the right answer. Exercise, here is living proof, plays a huge role in control of that and being able to live a epic life. Mm-hmm. And find your way, whatever it may be, because it's day in, day out. It's not perfect the first time. It's not perfect the second time, but each time you continue to try and get better and better and better, it will start a pattern of discipline, mm-hmm. of consistency, of courage, and failure will get less and less and less. I hope,
don't give up.
Yeah, I hope Juan watches this. Well, I appreciate you. If you love this episode, I would appreciate it if you liked it, shared it, do all the things. I know she's going to share it with her friends in her world. You better.
I think about it.
Well, I'll steal her phone and I'll just promote it for her from me. I love you guys. Become epic.
Thanks.
Ooh.
That's it for today's episode of Becoming Epic. If something stirred in you today, don't let it fade. Take one step, one rep, one bold move. You're not here to play small. You're here to rise, rebuild, and become who you were born to be. Remember, average is easy, epic is earned, and the only way out is through. I believe in you, but it's time you believe in you. Subscribe, share, join the movement, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, go be epic.